Well, hello, friends. Hey, Mike Falkenstein here on the Mike is on a Mission YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. And many of you have probably wondered, where have I been? In fact, I've seen some of your comments on some of my previous videos. It's like, well, Mike, we haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? And so here's what I wanted to do with this video is just kind of give you an update, because there has been something going on. Actually, it's kind of been a big something that's going on. So looking forward in this video to giving you an update on what exactly has been going on with me. So I hope not to take too much time with this video, but I did want to give just a little bit of an update, and I'm giving an update mainly because I actually had a somewhat serious health situation turn up early summer last year, and I have literally just been recovering for almost that whole time. So let me just give you kind of a very quick update. So back in when was that? Late May of 2023, I began to feel sort of crummy, and what I mean by that is I was feeling quite fatigued. I was having a hard time breathing. And, you know, those of you who know me at all know that I'm an avid runner, love to go for a good run. And I just literally couldn't. I got into kind of mid-May to late May, and I just literally was not able, did not have the energy or the breath to be able to run, which is funny for me. Many times, any kind of trouble physically kind of shows up for me in whether or not I can go have a run or not, which is kind of funny. But so then we got to June of 2023. You know, I've had trouble in the past with my kidneys, nothing to be worried about, just a slight issue I had back in 2020 where I was diagnosed with a very mild case of chronic kidney disease. And so I was thinking maybe that the issue was with my kidneys, and it turned out, went to the kidney doctor. Kidney doctor said, actually, your kidneys continue to get better and better. No trouble there. You whatever will eventually take your life, it will not be your kidneys. Your kidneys are doing great, which was good news, but it still didn't answer the question, why am I feeling so horribly fatigued and having such a hard time breathing? And which, if any of you have had lung problems before, you know that's really concerning. I mean, we all need to be able to breathe, right? So it wasn't until my family and I went on vacation late June. I just kind of hung out at the beach and didn't do much. Came back, and it was really after we got kind of the July 4th holiday that I began to go, okay, I need to go further into this. And so went and saw my primary care doctor. My primary care doctor, after hearing my lungs, said, you know, I think you need a CT scan of the lungs. So did that, and almost right away, the imaging facility that I went to do that, I couldn't even leave the parking lot until they said, you need to get yourself to an emergency room right away. You have something called pulmonary embolism, which, for those of you who aren't familiar, you know, pulmonary embolism are the blood clots that form on the lungs, in the lungs. And the reason they say go to an emergency room is that if one of those blood clots kicks loose and goes to the brain, then that's it. That's a very fatal diagnosis. And even pulmonary embolism itself, 30% of the people who get pulmonary embolism end up, it's a fatal diagnosis for them. So for me, it was emergency room, immediate blood thinners. They put me on a regimen of a medicine called Eliquis, which is a type of blood thinner. And I actually was on Eliquis, I think 7 months altogether. And so in the subsequent months after my short emergency room stay, it was take the Eliquis, get a lot of rest, uh, and just try to take it kind of as easy as you can. We're kind of the doctor's orders. And again, just because it's such a serious condition, again, if people are dying from it, it's a good indication of how serious it is. So the one thing in terms of kind of my ministry, my, life that I was able to do over the kind of late summer, early fall last year, I was able to, I kind of just took the time to write a new book. So I don't think I have a copy of it here. Oh, actually, you can see it right there. A book called Searching for a Biblical Church, a how-to guide. I'll be sure to put a link in the description of this YouTube video for those of you that are interested. And so, yeah, I just kind of, could work on the book from about 8 a.m. till noon, had a lunch. I couldn't make it past about 1 p.m. without needing a nap, without needing sleep, and which was really weird because I am not a take a nap guy. Maybe a Sunday nap, okay, but nothing that during the week for sure. It's working time, right? One of my personal mantras has been that there are too many people without Jesus to take that much time off. So to be taking a nap in the middle of the afternoon was just really, really hard for me. And so I had to give myself a lot of grace. Hey, you need this. Your body's trying to recover from something really actually quite serious. And so would have a nap. It started off about a 2-hour nap, and then it slowly, as I started to feel better, the naps got sort of shorter and shorter. Took the dog for a walk, could work a few more hours until dinner, and completed a book resource. And so that was good. So I am now, I think, mostly recovered. When you get pulmonary embolism, wherever those blood clots were in the lungs, there is going to be scarring in the lungs. And so I can tell that I am not breathing at the kind of the level that I was before, but generally speaking, it's pretty good. I'm just starting to get back into doing some exercising and, taking the dog for even longer walks. And so that's good. That's good. And so, from what I understand online, to be kind of completely recovered from this, many times it's a couple of year type process. But, for me, I'm looking to be able to kind of get back into, ministry travel, ministry speaking. I was in February, a month and a half ago or so, able to take my first international trip. Went to England and Turkey and did some teaching and whatnot. And so looking forward to being able to do that. So in terms of, a lot of people have asked me why I think that God, put me through this and gave me this diagnosis. And really, I haven't spent a ton of time thinking about it, but I do think there is a common theme about this personal mantra that I have, right? That there are too many people without Jesus to take that much time off. And I do still genuinely believe that. Of course, as a person who has felt called into full-time ministry, I'm at it. I want to be at it as vigorous a way as I possibly can. The flip side of it is, it's like, I think God really wanted me to, obviously he wanted me to slow down. You don't get something like this unless there's something about, okay, Mike, it's okay just to kind of take sometimes an afternoon and read, or take some time and just reflect a little bit more. And so I think just kind of the self-care, of course, as I get older, that's going to continue to be more important. Working yourself to the bone all the time is, we all know it's not it's not really all that good for you. So that'd be the kind of the one thing. It's just kind of take some time, take care of yourself, and obviously kind of the subsequent part of that is take even more time with the Lord, because I did do a lot of Bible reading and a lot of time just praying and, Lord, what are you doing? And please help me and heal me. And so in terms of next steps for me, I've been working on a big project on the 1.8 Catalyst side, a assessment tool as it relates to, people, Christians and where you're at in the Lord, and trying to kind of help Christians become not only fully devoted disciples of Jesus, but then also fruitful Christians. Because a lot of what I do with my ministry is, how do I help people become fruitful Christians, and diving into that deeply. So I've got a new tool that'll be sort of followed up with probably, I don't know what the assessment tool part of that looks like. Maybe a book, maybe a phone app, maybe I'm still working on that part, but certainly as it relates to a lot of the travel that I do, this assessment tool will really become kind of a key piece of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for the latest episode of Mike is on a Mission. I am glad to be back on YouTube. What you can expect from me is a number of new videos, new content. I've got kind of a whole list of kind of topics that I'd love to talk about on my Mike is on a Mission YouTube channel. Excited about that, and looking forward to having you come back with us. And if you like this content, as always, be sure to share it with family, friends, neighbors, those at your church, and on social media, just to be able to have more folks know about what we're doing, what I'm doing here on the Mike is on a Mission YouTube channel. Thank you.